Hello, my name is Cabrita Thomas. I have the privilege and honor of introducing your featured presenter, Mr. Chris Oliver. Since joining Savings Highway Global, Mr. Oliver has reached one of the top executive positions in our company in record time. Mr. Oliver has been in the business arena for over 34 years and has earned millions over those years. He has been featured in Fortune magazine, Success magazines, and several company magazines. He's a platinum executive. Mr. Oliver enjoys helping others and has all the information that you would need tonight to make an informed decision regarding your business. Plus, is having a ton of fun helping people share this opportunity with others all around the world. Mr. Chris Oliver.
Outstanding. Well, first and foremost, I want to thank you for that introduction. And ladies and gentlemen, Ms. Cabrita Thomas is one of our top producing executives right here out of the Houston, Texas market. She has a heart of gold, a work ethic that's incredible, loves to help people coming out of the educational background. But on top of that, her business right now is expanding all over the country. So Cabrita, I definitely thank you for that introduction. For those of you that are listening in this evening, definitely I want to give you a quick background on myself. And then I'm going to kind of cut straight to the chase and jump into the information. As she said earlier, I've been around business for the last 34 years, 33 of those years, have been full time. And we were fortunate enough to build, multi-million dollar businesses and things of that nature. But I do remember that year I spent in corporate America. And man, it came after having about 5 or 6 years of freedom. And next thing you know, here it was, I had to punch a clock for somebody. And when you go from having time and freedom and somebody's telling you what time to get up, what time to get hungry, what time to finish being hungry, basically where you live, what you drove was dictated by the incomes that we generated. And I just realized, it had to be another way. And when someone invited me to take a look at an opportunity, I looked at it and got going with it. And within the first 30 days, I had to miss a rent note and a car payment to get in. That's how I got started. But in 30 days, all I did was just get my money back. 90 days later, my income hit 5 figures a month. And within that first year, we were over $30,000 a month, ladies and gentlemen. It wasn't just me, but there were about 20 of us in Atlanta. All of our incomes that exceeded that. And I never forget, Success Magazine kind of wrote about it at that time. But it just gave us the ability to at the right place at the right time. And yes, we did have to put the work ethic into it. Now, the reason I shared that story is what you're about to take a look at is probably 10 times greater than anything that we participated in back then. So let's go ahead and explain and break down Savings Highway Global and why we truly believe right place, right time. Now, Savings Highway Global, ladies and gentlemen, is a 15 going on 16-year-old company. It's accredited by the Better Business Bureau as an A+ rated company. It's accredited as well, as I just said earlier. But also, I looked at the mission statement for the company was to help 1 million families become debt-free or financially independent. How many people do we have in our communities that we know, that we love, or what have you, that needs to have that level of freedom? And we don't want to get it after 30 or 40 years, but what if they could be in position to do that in the next year or 2 or 3 years, ladies and gentlemen? So the gentleman who actually created the concept, and matter of fact, you're going to hear from this gentleman you're looking at right now, Mr. Steve Gresham, at the end of this call tonight, because he also has a special announcement to make. But he's the CEO and founder of the company. He came with not just 15 years of traditional background experience, but more than 30 years with personal development, and where, he did a little bit of what many of us has done from home. But also, I looked at something deeper. This gentleman had a 4th degree black belt in Kimbo karate, ladies and gentlemen. Now, it takes many times decades to get a 4th degree. That's that Bruce Lee type level. But the dedication, the commitment, all of that it takes to do that, he has brought that to the table with Savings Highway Global. And one of the things I looked at as well was the advisory board that was put together with the company. Individuals that had already come from helping companies do quite well and do tens of millions, and some of them $100 million plus opportunities that they helped to build. But what really got me, ladies and gentlemen, was that these individuals not only various backgrounds, but guess what? I look at the diversity that it came with as well. And basically, when I looked at a business model, I said, man, this seems like something that all of us could really make as a home when we start to look at the next 3, 5, 10 years into the future. So, because most businesses always talk about the money to get started at the end of the presentation. because they got to ask you for $1,000 or $500, $1,300, $10,000. Well, ladies and gentlemen, what attracted me to this company was literally the entry fee. That was a big part of it, because I said, man, a person can get launched in a business for what it takes to go to dinner with the family or even individually. So $20 gets you in as a gold member. With that, you're going to get the actual savings portal. You get the travel portal as well. But as a platinum partner, which is the position that many of us got started at, we looked at it being $100 a month. I'm like, man, most businesses I've done, even back in the 80s, in 1987, first time I ever got in business, ladies and gentlemen, it was about 3.5 times as much as $100 back then. So when I looked at what is a platinum partner getting, well, they're getting the savings portal where they can save money as they shop. They're getting the travel portal, 30, 40, 50% discount on travel. They're going to pick up the Mentors Club, the Lowering Your Bills program. You're going to get $1,000 toward grocery and dining bonuses as well. Plus, you're going to get a $1,000 fast start program. I'll break that down a little bit deeper in detail as well. And then you're looking at a $3,200 getaway vacation, ladies and gentlemen. Basically, an unlimited opportunity. But also, as you're sharing this with other individuals, when you refer 4 people, you pay no more. So I got going August the 4th of this year with this opportunity. But since my initial startup, ladies and gentlemen, nothing has come out of my checking account, debit card, credit card, any of that, because now when you refer 4 people, you technically pay no more because it goes into the reserves. And yes, we will get deeper into all of this as we go through the presentation. Now, when we look at the savings part of it, let's go ahead and explain some of that. This is where now you're getting $3, $5, up to $10,000 in savings. We just had one of our champions was able to save over $7,000, ladies and gentlemen, just kind of dealing with the auto insurance. So we'll get into that. But let's look at the shopping side of it, whether it's clothing, it's shoes, it could be sunglasses, Fitbit watches, but you could be shopping at brand name stores where you're getting employee pricing and discounts. I mean, if you're shopping at Macy's, or maybe it's Target or Walmart or Best Buy, ladies and gentlemen, getting your electronics. So you're saying, well, hey, I want to go on Nike.com. Well, a pair of $200 shoes. What if you were able to get them for $66 less than what they were posted that you could buy them at retail? Would that benefit your family? Well, the way I look at it, if we're going to spend money anyway, but we could spend less for the same item, that just makes sense. And then when it comes down to the car insurance, imagine now you're getting your insurance evaluated, or where they actually go in and do analysis for you. And we got partners that are finding savings out. One of our partners, Gresham, out of the I believe North Carolina market, she was able to save over $600 a month, ladies. It blew me away when she was telling me the type of savings that she has been able to have. Or either we had Pastor Isaiah Searson, who's online with us tonight. This gentleman, over $1,280 is what he saved on his auto insurance. You're going to hear a couple partners online that have been able to save money on their auto insurance, but that part is there. You're saying, well, what about the home? What about my renter's insurance? Well, we have individuals and partners like Cabritha Thomas, one of her partners, ended up between the homeowners and the actual auto insurance, saved over $3,000, ladies and gentlemen. Now, at $3,000, if you have a business that you're in for $100 a month, and you're basically saving $250 a month, I don't know how you look at it, but that's a $150 profit just because you're saving money every month. Then you look at the travel side of it. Now, we're going to be going to hotels at some given point, or whether it's car rentals or what have you. Imagine you're now getting your hotels 30, 40, 50% discount. One of our partners here, Emmanuel, had just gotten started with David Miles, and that gentleman went in immediately, looked at a hotel he was going to anyway, saved $100 on it. We had Rebecca Collins out of the Ohio market. She was going out to Vegas, the hotel that she had already previously stayed at. Looked that hotel up. There it was for 50% discount. So as I'm sharing this with you tonight, I don't want you to judge the messenger. What I want you to do is judge the message and see, is it making sense to keep money in your pocket? Jordan Ballard got a rental car. He ended up saving 30% on that particular rental car, ladies and gentlemen. And since we're talking about cars, either now or in the future, we're going to be in the market for a new or used car. So what if you can save $3,000 to $5,000 on new cars, or like some of our partners have just recently done, There was a gentleman in the company buying a car for his son, $15,000 vehicle, ended up getting it for $12,000. Somebody else getting a $12,000 vehicle, ended up going in his savings portal. That same vehicle, the exact same vehicle, was $8,900. You know, there was another partner had, the gentleman went into a Range Rover dealership, and on a 2018 Range Rover Sport, that vehicle, the lowest they would go was like $66,000. He ended up getting it for $61,000. Not a vehicle like it, but this is the same dealership and the exact same vehicle, and they had to honor the pricing. So when is it not exciting for you to keep another $2,000, $3,000, $4,000 or more in your pocket for a car purchase that all of us are going to do at some given time? Now, what about the lowering your bills process? As a platinum partner, many of us now, this was really designed for businesses, but what he decided to do is say, hey, look, let's get a chance to do it for individuals, because this is going to bless many of us. So if you're using companies like AT&T, Comcast, ADT, DirecTV, this could be your cell phone, it could be your TV, your internet, satellite, or what have you. Or we had one of our partners here in Houston, Thomas Carter, on his storage unit, $133 a month. He ended up getting the same storage, ladies and gentlemen, same facility, all of that, for $66. You know, Sharon Osborne in Dallas, on her, cable bill, she was paying $200 and some dollars, ladies and gentlemen, just on the cable portion, saved $1,500 a year just on her cable. So when is it not cool or a great conversation to talk about how we're able to keep money in our pockets? And what about businesses? You know, a gentleman by the name of Harold owned about 14 locations of Papa John's restaurants, ended up saving about $62,000 on that particular business. And yes, we do have domain names, and there are ways that you could look at your taxes. Sandy Bakken, a former IRS attorney, put together this platform, and now you can find savings many times of $3,000, $5,000, up to $10,000, because by being a home-based business owner, there are up to 450 to 475 tax breaks and deductions you could take advantage of. Average employees cannot take advantage of. Now, let's talk about affordable health care. This is not health insurance, but how many people do you know today that in this day and age where the economy is shaky, or, you know, people don't know whether we're going to go through another shutdown or not, but they don't have any type of health coverage? So what about a healthcare program where it's $114 a month? Well, now at least they can go into the doctor's office unlimited times for just $10. Or they can go into an urgent care facility unlimited times for just $25. Or if they needed to speak to a medical professional at 3 a.m. in the morning, you got 24/7 where you can speak to a medical professional and share with them what's going on with you, so you can get some advice about your body or your health. But also dental is included. You got the vision care. You know, one of my partners, you know, he guess what? Just left an ophthalmologist. So at some given time, all of us are going to have to deal with a vision or some dental care that we need. And then you even have prescription drugs at a discount. And those of us platinum partners, we can also approach businesses with this as well. Now, one thing that also sets aside platinum partners is an additional $4,000 that's on the table. So as a platinum, you're going to get $500 as a grocery, your discount card. We're now on brand name items that we probably purchase anyway. Imagine what if you're getting a certain amount taken off of your grocery bill. Or you start to look at dining and shopping online. Well, if you grab a lunch at Boston Market or Chili's, or maybe you're going to Arby's, or you're grabbing just some ice cream with the grandkids at Baskin and Robbins, or maybe you're going to sit down and have dinner at Red Lobster or a local restaurant. What if you're getting $5, $10, $15 off? What if you're getting buy one, get one free? Or you could take $12 and get $100 worth of discounts on your dining, ladies and gentlemen. That's available to you. And I said to myself, even if we didn't have anything that I've already mentioned, the 5-diamond getaway vacation, this is worth it technically by itself. Because if you're going to do $100 a month, and now all of a sudden at the end of 1 year, the company says, we're going to give you a $3,200 vacation. As a matter of fact, if you refer 4 people, you're not even doing $100 a month. You've only done $100 maybe one time, and you got a $3,200 vacation at Vedanta, which they own about 7 very upscale locations, resort areas. And this, we're talking about kind of the Ritz-Carlton or the St. Regis type of hotel. It's not the Hilton or the Hyatt. Now, those are nice hotels, but this is another level where they're changing the flowers out every day, live flowers in a hotel. Or you come in and you don't stand in line and you're seated and they bring you out a hot, facial towel and be able to give you mimosa while you're waiting to be checked in. It is another level how they make you feel. But the Five Diamond Vacation is there, and they even grow their own fruits and vegetables to make sure that what you're even eating at these establishments are there for you as well. Now, you may go there this year or next year, and the following year you say, well, hey, I want to go to the UK, or I want to stay here in the States. You could choose where you want a vacation. I'm not talking about 3 days and 3 nights or whatever it is. 7 nights, 8 days. Ladies and gentlemen, the word vacation means you're supposed to vacate your premises and go somewhere else that's available. But let's go ahead and just shift for a minute and talk about the ways income is being generated and what it is what we do. Now, it's important to have additional streams of income, because if you have automobile insurance, you have health insurance, life insurance, dental insurance, what about your income insurance? See, if there's no income, how do you pay a mortgage note? If there's no income, how do you pay a car payment? Quickest way to get back on your feet is what? Miss 2 car payments. So we gotta have income coming in. So with this one, you get 10 different ways how to generate income. The first way is called Fast Start bonuses. When you share this with someone, they come in at a platinum for $100. Guess what? You're getting a $50 bonus. They came in at gold for $20. You're getting a $10 bonus. What happens if you brought in 10 platinums, let's say this week? Do you realize that's 10 times $50? That means you've generated an additional $500 just by putting forth some effort. The second way that we get paid is called Infinity Power Codes. When the third person comes into your business, that person opens up now the second way of making money. So when John sponsors 2 people, you don't know Susan and Mary. Susan and Mary comes in. He's going to receive $50 off of each one of them, but because it's in your power code, the company is going to send you $50 off of each one of those individuals. What happens when they share it with 2 people? Well, you definitely don't know these people. But guess what? You're going to earn $50 off of those 4 people. So let's put this in a business context for a minute, and let's look at how this works. Remember, you had 2, and when the third person, John, came in, John started to duplicate what you've done. John goes out this week and he does what? Gets 2 people. Those 2 go next week and they go get 2. It doubles to 4 to 8 to 16, 32, 64, 128, 256, 512. When you look up, you got about 1,000 people on your team. And let's just say you're 10 weeks into business. That's about 2.5 months. Do you realize if everybody came in at $20, that would still be $10,000? But if everyone came in at platinum, ladies and gentlemen, guess what? That would have been $50,000. Would that help in addition to what you're already doing right now? What happens, Chris, if this goes for 16 weeks? You're looking at anywhere between 600,000 up to 3.2 million. That's usually an average of 1.5 million. See, we put it right in the middle, 1.5 million. And I know what some people are saying. Man, come on, Chris. That sounds like one of these get rich quick programs. Is this a get rich quick? I hope so. You try getting rich slow. See, remember, they taught all of us to get rich slow. What's that? Go to school, get an education, get good grades, get out, get a job, earn $50,000 a year, work for 30 years and retire and live happily ever after. Ladies and gentlemen, what's 50,000 times 30 years? Doesn't that come up to 1.5 million? Which one sounds better to you? 1.5 million over 30 years, or what if you put together 1.5 million and you can do it in a year, 2 or 3 years? I believe 3 years beats 30 years any given day. Now, when we look at the third way to earn income and people say, well, what's the guarantee that I'm gonna get paid off of it? I guarantee you that if you do nothing, you won't earn anything. I can guarantee you that, unless you just do the savings side of it. That's the only way you get paid. But if you put in effort into it and you build a business, the companies, I know since I launched about less than 90 days ago, ladies and gentlemen, it's like clockwork. Everyone, they're not gonna miss paying out. So you just have to put the effort in. The third way to generate money is now going to be your personal residual. And we call this a personal referral bonus. So every time you share this with a platinum and they renew each month, the company is going to pay you $25. So if you have 4 people like that, and we got partners that have done this in a week. They've done it in a couple of days. We got people who've done this in a few hours. It doesn't take long to have 4 partners. Now that $100 goes into a reserve account. And what that means, ladies and gentlemen, your next month is already going to be paid for by your reserve account. So no, it doesn't come out of your checking account. It doesn't come off your credit card or any of that. So you're in business for a year and you're looking forward to your $3,200 vacation. But what happens if you had 10 partners to come in? That's $250 a month. That's $3,000 for the year. Did you know a person who earns, let's say $100,000, if they receive a 3% pay raise, their income goes up $3,000 for the year. If you went out and got 10 platinums, your income went up $3,000 for the year. Just that simple. What happens if you had 100 partners? You're looking at $2,500 a month. That's $30,000 a year additional income. Chris, what happens if you get 400 partners that come in at platinum? Well, that's $10,000 a month. And I had somebody say, well, man, that seems like work. I said, let me ask you a quick question. In corporate America, when does work not look like work? We still have to go in and work 40 hours or 50 hours or 60 hours or what have you. But if you can do it for you, and let's say this took you a year to do, or it took you 3 years. How many of you know somebody? I'm not going to ask you about the man or woman in the mirror, but how many of you know somebody that's been working for 20 or 30 years that still, even to this day, don't bring home $10,000 a month? So the fourth way to make money is the matrix, which means now anytime platinums or golds fall within your group, whether you brought them in or somebody else, you're going to receive anywhere from $1 to $5 for platinums partnering up, ladies and gentlemen. So let's take an example, for instance. You brought your 2 in, it opens up your 2x10 matrix. As this grows down to 10 levels, so 2 brought 2 in is 4, 8, 16. When you look up in 10 levels, you got about 2,000 people on your team. You know, some of them you may not even have placed there, but that's still $2,000 a month if they only came in at gold. But guess what? As a platinum, that's up to $10,000 a month. So that's an average of about $60,000 a year if it was 50-50 coming in your team, ladies and gentlemen. Well, Chris, what happens if we, instead of 2, I brought in 3 people? By bringing in 3, it opens up a 3x10 matrix. And as you grow your business, it could be a 3x12. So let's look at 3 that's duplicated. Do you realize if it went down 8 levels, that's over what, $9,000 a month at gold? But if most of your partners or all of them came in at platinum, now what you're looking at is $49,000 a month. But we haven't gone to 10 or 12 levels. Well, Chris, what happens if it keeps growing and they're not going to stop doing it because maybe I've slowed down? Guess what? They're going to keep sharing it with people. If it goes 12 levels deep, you're looking at $790,000 a month to $3.9 million a month. So that's anywhere between $9 and $47 million for the year. Let's say the average is about $30 million. And I know some people say, come on, man. Are you really talking about that? That's just too much. Well, too much for who? I mean, think about Elon Musk, for instance. I gave an example the other day. I said, look, if you earn $10,000 a day since the pyramids were built, do you realize that from the pyramids up until today, you still would not have earned as much money as, as the gentleman who owns Tesla? Well, what about Bill Gates? He earned over, what, $49.5 million a day? Ladies and gentlemen, we're talking about $30 million a year. He's doing more in one day than what we're talking about for the year. But let's just say 90% of everything I'm telling you did not work out. Only 10% was right. So you got a 90% room rate for failure, but it still equates to $3 million. What happens if only 1% work out? That's still $300,000, ladies and gentlemen. That's $25,000 a month. That's $800 a day before your eyes pop open. So how many of us, we calling in well at that time? Well, what do you mean calling in well? Well, I'm not coming back anymore. It's a different level when you got choices that come up. Now, for those who want to run fast, there are some additional fast start bonuses on the table. That means your first 30 days, if you refer 3 platinums, you get the original $150, $50 off of each one. Company gives you an extra $100. The $100 is paid out the following month when they renew. Well, what happens if I brought in 5 in my first 2 weeks? Well, the company now pays you the $250, but you get an extra $200. Now, they're not cumulative. Now, if you put the 5 in, you get the $200 that's going to be paid out to you the next month. Chris, what if I do 10 in my first 30 days? Well, the company now will pay you 500 plus 500. That's a total of $1,000, ladies and gentlemen. So when we start looking at the other ways to get paid, the 10% matching income bonuses. So somebody gets to $1,000 a month, you get $100, they get to 10 grand a month. You're getting $1,000 a month because you were the one who shared it with them. So because the company says, hey, the only way they knew about this company because you shared it, we're going to send you 10% of what they're earning in the matrix. Now, what about the lowering your bills program? You know, I'm not going through this in a lot of details, but a person who you shared it with, their net savings on bills end up being $500. You get 10% paid to you. That's $50 as a referral bonus. Chris, what if I bring in a business and their net savings is $5,000? The company is now going to pay you 10%, which is $500. Do I get paid on healthcare as a platinum partner? The answer is yes. When you refer this to, let's say, a business, and that business had 100 employees, okay, the average that it will pay to you is anywhere between, ladies and gentlemen, $30, $40 a month. So for 100 employees, all you did, you're not going in, breaking it all down, explaining the catastrophic this. You don't have to do any of that. All you did was book the appointment. They handle everything else, but because it came through you, you now receive $30 to $40 a month. That's anywhere between $3,000 to $4,000 a month off of 100 employees every month, reoccurring income. Now, we do have a 5% corporate profit sharing. Individuals that's ready to go and become some of the top producers get a chance to split that. And with all the money we're talking about, how are you going to get paid on it? You can either choose to get a Visa debit card where it can be loaded up on that, or you can choose to get paid in cryptocurrency. Many people today are already, on top of their crypto game. Well, guess what? You can get paid in Bitcoin. It's up to you how you want to receive your income. Now, for those individuals that saying, man, this is something I could see myself one day doing it full time. What else do you guys have? Well, the company has puts now some diamond rings on the table, Breitling watches, and expense allowances and things like that. So let me just give you a peek into what can actually transpire. When you actually become a senior executive, you got about 1,000 partners in your matrix. You got 20 customers, ladies and gentlemen. All of a sudden now you get a chance to get like a championship diamond ring on your finger, which means you're going to have people that's going to ask you, hey, how did you get your ring? I remember in companies I've received rings before. And ladies and gentlemen, people always, well, who did you play for? I said, what do you mean? Oh, I saw your championship ring. I said, no, I didn't play for anybody. That was because I helped some other people create some extra, 4 and 5 and 6 figure incomes. They rewarded us with a ring. What do you think their next question is going to be? How can I do that? And they generally partner up with you. Now, as a vice president, you got 2,500 people, part of your matrix, 30 active customers. Average income for one of the VPs will be about a 6-figure income there. Well, what about senior vice president? At this level, you got about 5,000 partners on the team, 40 active personal members, but this puts you at a multiple 6-figure income. And then when you look at ambassador, that puts you around at $30,000 a month plus a lot of other bonuses. But the company says, hey, we want to reward you on top of the ring. We're going to give you a Breitling watch. Now, the Breitling, if you looked up the Bentley's around about $200,000 to $500,000 vehicles. Do y'all realize that this is the clock that's inside of a Bentley? It's the Breitling clocks, ladies and gentlemen. So you can get the men's and women's version that are full diamond out as well. Now, before I even move on, this about a week ago, the company says, something, that's still not good enough. What we want to do is put some extra money on the table. So let's back up for a second. And remember, at the senior executive level, the company says, at that level, once you get it done, we're going to give you a $500 a month expense allowance for you to do whatever you want to do with that. Because you may want to go to dinner with some of your partners or may want to, travel a little bit. As a vice president, it's $1,000 extra a month. As a senior vice president, $2,000 a month. What would you do with an extra $2,000? Or an ambassador, an extra $5,000 a month. And when you become a crown ambassador, ladies and gentlemen, now the company says, hey, you got 25,000 partners, part of your network, probably income somewhere maybe around that 7-figure range, but we don't want you spending your own money. We're going to give you an additional $10,000 a month as a lifestyle bonus because maybe you want to upgrade your vehicle. So what are you getting partnering with our company? The leadership is in place. You're getting the savings side. You're getting the income earning side. So you just got to realize we do have a system in place. The word system means to save yourself time, energy, and money. Don't reinvent the wheel, ladies and gentlemen. We already have a system in place with Savings Highway Global, so you don't have to go out and reinvent it. So if you're wondering about your time, make time to do this. You know, it's kind of like if you got a chance to have Bitcoin and it's $20 a coin or $200 a coin, and you telling the person I'm too busy, but you had the insight of knowing one day it's going to be $60,000. Would you have made time to understand Bitcoin at that time? See, hindsight is one thing, ladies and gentlemen, but sometimes we got to have vision enough to understand where we're going into the future. Money to get started. We only talking about $100, ladies and gentlemen. So just decide, you know, are you in or are you out? So whether you want to save some money, you want to make some money, or you're a person that says, like many of us, hey, I want to do both. Because guess what? I want to get a chance to upgrade the home. You know, I want a new vehicle, or I want to travel to Dubai or Spain or the UK. I want to go over in South Africa and go on safari and just kind of enjoy myself. And I don't want to come back in a week. I want to come back when I get tired of vacation. All you have to do is pick your position how you want to come in. You know, if a person says, well, what's your personal opinion? I would say get started as a platinum. If you ask my professional opinion, I would say get started as a platinum, ladies and gentlemen, because you're getting more benefits for what it is that you're putting into it. And if you put a little effort and tell some other people about the savings, the only thing you technically put into it was the first $100 to get going because your reserves are covering it after that. So what I like to do is just shift gears for a quick second. I want to ask a couple of partners to come in and give a couple of testimonies. And then we're going to bring on the CEO of Savings Highway Global, Mr. Steve Gresham is going to come in. So first and foremost, I want to go out to the San Antonio market. And if we have Mr. Derek Smith, this gentleman has only been with us for, I believe, less than about 2.5, maybe 3 weeks. And already he is right now knocking on the door of executive, ladies and gentlemen. So if we do have Mr. Derek Smith online at this particular time, I'm looking for him at this time period. But Derek, if you're online, if you can unmute yourself, man, we'd love to be able to hear from you at this time.
It's a pleasure being on the call with you again. I almost wanted to sign up once again. Definitely everybody. When I seen this opportunity, I was at a point in my life where I wanted to keep more money because it was not about how much I made, but how much I kept. And so when I saw this opportunity, I had a chance to save about $900 in my car insurance. I shared it with a few partners, and within a short amount of time, they're doing the same thing already. Now I'm looking to be at one of the top positions in the company and be able to share with others. So I'm very excited about doing and going to places where my family have never been before.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Oliver, for introducing me to this awesome opportunity. I was at a point in my life where COVID happened and I knew that I wanted to retire, and I looked into it. And the point that got me to really thinking was my husband is a heart patient, and I didn't want us to lose his team of doctors that he currently have. And to be able to pay for that coverage was really a bother to me, like as to how I was going to have that done and be able to be successful within my retirement. And after you gave me that call, I really just put my head down, went to work, started helping people save money left and right. And now I see myself as to how all of that would be able to happen, and I'd be able to actually enjoy my retirement. Plus, like you said before, I called up a friend of mine that lived in Oklahoma, and for her to save almost $3,000 just let me know that I was actually in the right place at the right time.
Excellent, excellent. I definitely appreciate that as well. And man, for you to knock out executive and now have individuals duplicating your success is definitely incredible. And I want to go to a gentleman also who's based right here in the Houston market. This gentleman is the reason, you know, I'm here. Matter of fact, if I had not got a phone call or a text from this gentleman, I may not have heard of this company, you know, at the time period I did. And, 30 plus year veteran, a gentleman who is, I really can't go through details of his income, but I'll probably say somewhere north of about 8 figures in the industry. Mr. Jorick Battle, if we have you on the line at this time, partner, we'd love to bring you in. right before we bring Mr. Gresham along.
Hey, Mr. Oliver, great job, sir, man. You are the new king of the throne. I mean, you have put it out here today, almost 300 strong tonight. So you have just shattered the record here. But I tell you, man, you know, we got our hands on something, guys, right here. I'm in Houston, Texas, but we're building something globally. And the reason I got in Savings Highway Global, folks, I mean, being a full-time network marketer, entrepreneur, business owner, I just saw a way to build a lifestyle, because some folks got it confused. I mean, I understand there's a lot of programs out here that you can hit in the, you know, knock in the wall. I mean, you put, you know, $4,000 or $5,000, quit $10,000, $20,000. But my question is that going to continue? You know, and if I'm gonna put my effort into something, I want to be able to build a true, legitimate residual income. And that's what I saw here with Savings Highway Global, because it's that steady, consistent income that will allow you to have lifestyle. I mean, when you go get a loan, the bank don't want to know if you got a $10,000 bonus. They want to know what you're making every month, you know. But when I look at my short-term and long-term and what we have here at SHG, sir, it's just powerful. So I really appreciate you really just, you know, showing folks how simple this thing is and how they can go to the next level. So with that, back to you.
Ladies and gentlemen, this gentleman needs almost no introduction. None of us be here had it not been for him. But I can tell you this, not only as the CEO of the company, but one of the most humble people that I know that's heading up this kind of title. But I look at the work ethic that he puts in, and, you know, from sun up to sundown many times, being on calls and webinars and things of that nature. I really hadn't seen that from many individuals. I've worked with several CEOs and VPs of companies, and I can tell you this, the work ethic is second to none, but also the caring spirit, and he's listening to many of the executives who come online with him each week, and maybe there's an idea or a concern that we have, and he's able to absorb that and see if it fits the company's model and the mission for where the company is going. He's been able to bring that to the table as well. So if we have none other than Mr. Steve Gresham on the line at this particular time, I believe I see him. I'm going to see if I can make him the co-host as well. But man, we would love to be able to hear from you. And I understand you definitely have a special announcement for us tonight as well.
Okay, great. Well, what a great presentation. And I'm very honored and humbled to be a business partner with you and so many great people in the industry that are coming to Savings Highway Global because of real value. You know, I believe that value is king. And you did a great job. I'm so glad you recorded this presentation. I know we're going to have people asking for it. So we're going to want to put that out there. And Mr. Jorg Battle for setting up this Zoom system for us. Fantastic. Thank you so much. Other great advisory board members, and Jeb Tyler and Bill Constain, and all kinds of great people helping in this project, and so many people that are coming here. And, you know, from the CEO, I just want to stress to everybody what my intentions are, because I've been in the industry of home-based business for over 30 years myself. I was a representative for 15 years, so I know what it's like to be a rep. I started my own company, Savings Highway, in 2006. And we went through our ups and downs and tweaking and learning. You know, it takes experience to master something, just like you mentioned, the black belt, the 4th degree black belt, you know, that took a long time. It's a lot of practice. It's a lot of mastering your craft. They say anything you do for 30 years successfully, you can master. But what we've done is we made a system so that somebody who's brand new can come in. You know, gosh, we have people that say, Steve, I just signed up. I just saw somebody post right now, saved $1,100 on my car insurance. He paid $100, saved $1,100 his first week. Also, he became a platinum executive his first week, made $1,000. So you have two stories. You've got your savings story, you've got your earnings story. And this is what the average person can do. Now for leaders, you can bring 100 platinum partners. You can go ambassador. We're going to be having an event February 5th in Orlando. We'll have the details and the tickets soon. It's going to be a masterful event full of millionaire marketers. Myself will be there, great people. And we're going to be presenting people with trophies for going executive. We're going to be presenting people with the SHG diamond rings. And That's amazing. We got the new logo we just launched today, and I'm very excited about that. So we're going to make a couple of announcements tonight, but I just want to say from the perspective of being a rep for 15 years and then being an owner for 15 years, and now just launching Savings Highway Global in this last really year and a half. I mean, this whole system that you're seeing now is all brand new. I have people that joined Savings Highway 10 years ago. They're calling me now. What's going on? I'm hearing so much stuff about Savings Highway Global. They're coming in and they're saving money and they're helping people. So from my heart, this is not about how rich can Steve Gresham be. This is not about changing the comp plan so that people who are making 20 or 30,000 a month are all of a sudden making 5 or 7. This isn't about selling the company so I can get hundreds of millions of dollars. I feel very fortunate to be alive. Money is not my goal. Money is great because you can do a lot of good with it. Helping people is my goal. I'm very fortunate to be alive. One day you'll hear my story, I'm sure. God has blessed me. I was adopted and God blessed me with a great family who loved me and took care of me. I never wanted for food or electricity or housing or clothing. Everybody's not as fortunate as that. A couple of times I almost died with asthma, different things. I'm not going to get too much into my story, but I want you to understand who you're working with. Because ultimately the buck stops with me. I'm the one who has to make sure that the people are going to pay you correctly, that the systems are working, that the benefits work. If something doesn't work, we have to replace it. I'm training my 18-year-old son now in this business. He's already making money. He's got his Pay Quicker card. He's getting paid every week. I want him, he just started college. I want him, when he graduates college, to be wealthy, not in debt. We have created, I believe, the first system in the history of home-based business where the average person can succeed. They can save more money than they spend, whether they refer anybody else. They can get a vacation at the end of the year, either to Mexico in a 5-diamond resort, or they can go to America or Europe in a 4-star, but it's worth more than they spent. Value is here, the price is here. You know, become a platinum partner. You're getting $1,000 in bonuses, $500 grocery program, $500 entertainment.com dining and shopping program. You've got your travel engine, you've got your savings portal. We lower your bills, your TV, your internet, your cell phone. You can save on your car insurance, your home insurance. A new computer, you can save $400 on average on a new computer. A new car, save over $3,000 to $4,000 on a new car. Where has this ever existed? It hasn't. And I know there's so many leaders on here tonight that I've seen here. Dr. Branch, for example, I spoke to. You guys are thinking, you know what? Maybe Savings Highway is my home. Chris Oliver has made the decision. He's a legend in this industry. He has trained so many people into 6- and 7-figure incomes. George Battle is a legend in this industry. Jeb Tyler's a legend in this industry. Bill Constantine's a legend in this industry. So many more people, legends. Incredible leaders like Derek Kennedy coming on board here and building a team. I want you to get an award. Executive, senior executive or higher. I'm going to make a couple of announcements tonight, but here's my commitment to you. I commit that I will do everything in my power to help as many people as I can, up to 1 million people plus, become financially free. This is the vehicle, and the vision was there for years before the vehicle was built. We've built the Ferrari, it's on the Savings Highway. Now it's time for you to put gas and blow that thing out. Just go, go, go. And we will pay you. I will never do anything intentionally dishonest. I will never do anything intentionally to hurt the reps. It's all about reps come first. That's our company. So I'm going to make an announcement, but first I want to share with you, Chris, if you could share your screen, I would love to see. We're going to show everybody our new website that's about to come up, and you're seeing the new logo behind me. All right, here we go. All right, folks, we got the new logo, and we had to wait for the new logo in order to present the new site. So I want you to just kind of, slowly drag over the save money. First, we see the dream vacation. We see the save money, save on shopping, dining, insurance bills, travel, entertainment, save, make money. Coming on down here, earn a part-time or full-time income from home in our mission. join our mission to help 1 million plus families become debt-free. And if you'll kind of scroll across the top links there, Chris, the About Us, and then go over to the Save Money, for example. So people will get a very good idea just looking right here. You can see all the different types of main categories. You can save money, earn money, same thing. And then we're going to have tons of video testimonials on this site, which right now there's not even video testimonials on the site. So this is a new site. Chris, you're the first guy to see this in real time with me today. What was your reaction to this site as where we're going with SHG?
Well, I'll tell you first and foremost, I've seen some companies after they've been in existence, and literally the look of this has that Fortune 500 type look, clean, crisp. I truly believe that any of our partners who are coming aboard or looking at the company, when they get here, this does nothing but increase the quality of look that we have as a company. And to me, most people are going to say, man, this doesn't look like a company that I'm coming in business with $100 to get started. This looks like I put thousands into it. And it looks like a company already that has, a million or millions of reps and partners around the world. So it has a look that I believe that is going to do nothing but accelerate, our business, as well as, I don't care whether the person, got out of jail or graduated from Yale, they will be highly impressed with this. From Hollywood or wherever they're from, it doesn't matter. I think a person definitely would be able to see the quality and the vision of where we're going based upon how this website is laid out.
All right, that's excellent. And I'm sure that the people on the call are feeling the same way. I feel the same way. I want to thank also all of our partners who are helping. This is not a one-man show. We have a team of people working to put this amazing program together, this business opportunity. This business for $100 that helps people save thousands and can pay you hundreds, thousands, or even more monthly. I'm going to go ahead and make a couple of announcements, and I'll turn it back to you, Chris. By the way, you can see the logos behind me. Isn't that pretty cool? You'll notice it's an S, and the lines become the H, and then it's in the G. So that's the Savings Highway Global logo. So we just did a great promotion a couple of days ago. We had so many platinum partners signing up. We're going to do a different kind of promotion tonight. So next Wednesday, you actually receive the money. There's your two promotions. Chris, thank you for doing a fantastic job. God bless you. God bless everybody. Let's help 1 million families get out of debt. Can we do that together? Yeah, can we do
Absolutely.
that? Come on.
Absolutely.
Let's do it. Back to you, Chris.
Hey, Steve, definitely appreciate that. And hey, partners, just get the chance to close out tonight with a lot of excitement, information, education you've gotten and received. Not only information from us doing the presentation, but you just heard from the CEO of Savings Highway Global. And just wrapping up, there are only 3 type of people listening. One say, Chris, I heard everything, makes sense. It's not for me. If that's you, let the person know, but say thank you for at least knowing Savings Highway Global exists and you're hearing it at the ground floor. The second person, man, I love what I heard. I just have a couple of questions. Get those questions answered tonight so that you can move forward and go ahead and launch your business or what have you. And that third person say, Chris, you kind of got quiet 10 minutes ago. What do I need to do to get started? Not now, but right now. Get back with the individuals that invited you on this webinar tonight. Let them know. They'll give you their link to the website. You go online, get enrolled, and we look forward, ladies and gentlemen, to working with you and seeing you at the top. So good night, everybody. Be blessed. For all the champions out there, we look forward to seeing you at the top. Have a great night, everybody. Be blessed and take care.